George Michael deals with the theme of an uncaring world, a subject far removed from anything he's written before.
There comes a point where you have to write something which you have not written before, and which your interest in any particular topic or subject will inspire you, and that's why I suppose eventually most lyricists do approach wider topics than sex and love. You know, these are the days of the open hand. They will not be the last. Look around now. These are the days of the beggars and the choosers. The open hand, to me, represents the vast numbers of people who, and specifically in this country, vast numbers of people who are actually on the poverty line or below the poverty line, which is something that's going to go on. And I like the idea of beggars and the choosers because you take a phrase, what's the phrase, you know, beggars can't be choosers, and you completely change it. In other words, the beggars and the choosers and nothing in between, which was really my point, because it does seem to be not that much in between these days. This is the year of the hungry man whose place is in the past, hand in hand with ignorance and legitimate excuses. That verse is really about the fact that the hungry men of today are completely, I mean, there is a full knowledge of them. People know what's going on, in this country and abroad, and the legitimate excuse of yesterday was that ignorance, and that's gone, obviously. So in other words, the hungry man today is a well-known fact. I guess somewhere along the way he must have let us all out to play, turned his back, and all God's children crept out the back door. I've always liked the term, somehow, God's children, somehow as though we were that innocent in a way. And the idea being that we ran out on God in a sense, you know, crept out the back door, and because of that, we're left to make our own decisions. We'll take our chances because God stopped keeping score, is like saying there's no one here to you know, pull back the reins, so we have to make our own decisions.
These are the days of the open hand. They will not be the last. Look around now. These are the days of the beggars and the choosers. This is the year of the hungry man, whose place is in the past. Hand in hand with ignorance and legitimate excuses. The rich declare themselves poor, and most of us are not sure if we have too much, but we'll take our chances, 'cause God stopped keeping score. I guess somewhere along the way He must have let us all out to play, turned His back, and all God's children crept out the back door. These are the days of the empty hand. Oh, you hold on to what you can. And charity is a coat you wear twice a year. This is the year of the guilty man. Your television takes a stand, and you find that what was over there is over here. So you scream from behind your door, say what's mine is mine and not yours. I may have too much, but I'll take my chances, 'cause God stopped keeping score. And you cling to the things they sold you. Did you cover your eyes when they told you that He can't come back, 'cause He has no children to come back for? It's hard to love. There's so much to hate, hanging on to hope when there is no hope to speak of, and the wounded skies above say it's much too late. So maybe we should all